ghostly galleons across the foam, no matter where the tides may roam, with compass set and sword in hand, Smythe brings order to this lawless land. Oceans roar, cannons blaze, every storm they face unfazed. Commodore's heart of iron true, leading the charge with his loyal crew.
Hello, good evening. This is very, very, very late. I was just like, do I stream, do I not stream? It's coming up to 2 minutes to 11 PM. I finished my last work call about 40 minutes ago. 10:20. So it was like, wasn't meant to be on tonight anyway. But as I was going to log in, I thought, may as well. So it's going to be a short stream. Probably finish around about the same usual time as I do, so maybe about 2 hours. I might be able to finish my ship off today, actually. But we shall check the paperwork and all that stuff. See what's going on. One second. Right. Anything in my disk? That's a copy. Is this up to date? Get rid of that actually. Grab. I thought I put my meals in the food barrel last night. Clearly not. Never mind. Go pick some more up, I suppose. Oh boy. We have mail. Notice of report. What's this? Stains for a zero acquisition, but of a postponed horse. And at this time has been 9. Please see Sally if there's any questions. At least give a reason as to why. Blue mail summary. Good lad, Weathers. This is a master copy which is to be kept in the blue shelf in the PLU office with all relevant mail for at least 2 days before being archived. Raccoon, Ruben Spar, Dawn, C2 Ithaca. Note on Bell Tower on Ithaca from Raccoon. Contents: Hello Future Red Cell Company. These little paws can't wait to see you on the seas. Signed, Raccoon. 2 days later, encountered ship Bucket. Schooner Dark Collars, single mast, fishing and animal attachments in C2, Central Isle, looking for gunpowder unicorns. Group said they were from Northeast Island in E2. Asked about rhinos. He said speak with raccoon. Woman identified as being raccoon. Group stormed off after Spout attempted to speak with them about the note. PLU 015. 5th of April. Nova Moonshadow from Siren's Call. Encountered at E4 Midsummer Isle West Side Cove. Bumped into pirates interested in eating a long pig. Siren's Call offered mystery meat and tools as peace offering. Names given Thingama, Harry and Broke Thor. Nearby smaller bay. Another pirate group. No information. Excuse me, 1 second. Make some notes. Trying to find a way to try and retain some of this information because I'll read it and then I'll forget it. So maybe if I write it down in a notebook. Red Dawn, Ithaca, C2. Encountered bucket. Schooner. C2. Same grid. That said they were from Northeast Isle E2. Siren's Call encountered at E4 Midsummer West Outside Cove. Bumped into pirates. I don't think this. E4 Midsummer. Okay. What's this? Oh, spyglass sensitive. 1 minute. Let me just pop that on. Feel free to fish while I'm looking at this. Won't be too long. Exclamation mark fish. See if anyone can get in front of a chatty badger. Who on his first cast got a diamond? Naughty naughty privateer. Let's see if there's a fine. Okay, know that one. Okay. Do, 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 do. That's what I saw reading. Right, I'll bring you back. I need to go file this stuff away somewhere. Ah,
Hello, Commodore.
good morning. Surprise.
Oh, wasn't expecting to see you today.
Why do we have a lesser spotted sailor lying on our floor?
Don't know, every time I've tried to talk to him, he won't reply, so not really sure.
Hmm. The Navyman seems to be getting stranger and stranger every deployment. Um, Okay, put in the transfer process. Right. Copies of documents in my tray upstairs, but not sure if they're still required or not. So,
Not sure. The Heslogerson on top of the paperwork.
have that one back. Have that one back. I've added a new folder in there called Read by Commodore Smythe. Basically, it means I've read it. So whatever needs doing with it,
Alright.
I'll have to speak to them, but I don't want to throw it away. But I think I may. They just may be copies. Whether I'll leave them upstairs or if you speak to them before I do. I wonder why that's there. That's why it's there. So it should be fine. Staines has rejected the request for a boatswain horse. He sent a letter to me and Harbour Master Shadow because we was going to get a horse and cart, which was going to be pre-stocked with repair materials for privateers. So I'm thinking it's because of that, but there's no reason given. So I don't think I've seen him yet. So again, it's on to-do list if anyone sees him to find out reason why and a time scale. Because obviously the cart is going to be over at the war docks, and they're going to be parking up just behind us here. So we're not going to carry it by hand.
Indeed.
So that's on.
Yeah.
That's on to
Trishka Staines, I believe. There's like 3 Staines now.
Oh God. Okay. Well, the letter's in there actually. If you want to read it, it actually says speak to secretary if there's any issues, but you can speak to him. There's no kind of issues per se. You just need a reason as to why would be handy, rather than no. It's half the information. Luxon's done the new prices for payments. Have you seen that? I think he's basically
I was working on it earlier, so I haven't seen it since he's changed anything.
I think he's added about 50% onto them, or doubled it from what it was before. So it's not a huge difference, but certainly an uplift. So that's in that folder I just created as well, if you want to have a look at that.
Right.
See if there's anything else in here. Piracy report. What's that? What's an empty book? It's not an empty book.
It's not.
Sorry, it's not what? It should be. I just put it in there.
Not empty.
Oh, sorry. The book. No, I turned a page. I keep forgetting. Can you still hear me? Can you?
Yeah, I think we just go to Secretary Sally about the horse and explain why it's needed to get that done, because I'm pretty sure Master Staines is under strict orders about horses, and ours is less normal than usual. What does POA mean?
Can you hear me? Can you? PO is a price on application, so that's could be anything between 1 gold all the way up to 300 or 400 gold, depending on what it is. So generally, that's information, taskings, bounties, and such coming down to us from Admiralty or High Command. So
Right.
the other ones we can do ourselves. Which is fine. Have you seen much of... Well, I'll wait until you finish that. It's fine.
Yeah, I'm good. That's not what I was doing. Much of what?
Have you seen much of the privateers so far?
Oh, hello, gentlemen.
Hello.
I've seen a few.
Hello. Had any kind of conversation with them? Any kind of feedback, sense of despair, anything like that? All seem kind of happy enough with... Are they asking for anything?
There was one that was looking for clarifications, which I went and got clarifications on to be able to better answer them. One was concerned about how, more or less, they were inquiring of the ROE of how things would go between us. If they're in a fight, do we go to them and assist? Are we in a fight? Do they come assist? Those kind of things. I gave them the proper replies that would assist them in not getting any kind of trouble without having the concrete answers. And then I went to Secretary Cloney about it, and she more or less said I was correct and that there weren't so much as concrete, but I reviewed the ROE and they're kind of all. It's a little flexible, but I think they'll be fine. And I updated myself again on the ROE to make sure I have the correct answer in the future, which I did anyway, but just... so there was one particular group. It was a group that Master Logerson was talking to, and I joined a little bit after, so I don't know exactly who they were, but I recognized one of the people, so I believe it's one of those 5 there, 4 or 5, whatever.
Okay. Yep. Okay. That's sorted. So obviously they can't do any tandems. What, next 8 days?
Oh yeah, it's something like that. Yeah.
And then if it's if it's a fair fight, then we leave them to it. We can also hang around, and likewise the other way, they can hang around just in case the ship goes down, and also do a recovery operation. It's always going to be difficult, I think, kind of doing terminology tagging out type maneuvers, especially if it's still on a 1v1 at the time and they tag out to a fresh ship against other ship. I don't know, it always tears me in half that whether that's kind of the proper thing to do. I think my thinking is
the procedures, at least, were not to interfere without being directly asked to by the privateers, or if they're in dire need, like obviously about to die kind of thing.
Yeah, but even that, when it's only one, pirate ship, and they've sunk them. I know that's just me. That's not a rule of engagement issue. That's a Commodore Smythe issue in regards to whether that's kind of the proper thing to do, because they would have taken a heavy damage as well. Obviously, if there's 2 or a second ship comes in, Black Sail ship comes in, that's different. Go and try and sink them as quickly as possible to put it back to 1v1 again. But every situation is different. So it's basically right what you've said. Yep.
We actually had that situation happen yesterday.
No? What was that?
We were on the Captain Huntington ship, and we were fighting a schooner, a blacked-out schooner, and then a black-styled brig pulled up behind us, and at that point it became kind of a 1v1v1 because they were also shooting at each other.
Okay.
However, primarily focusing us, of course. We ended up, the schooner ended up leaving, and it was us versus the other brig. Many passes back and forth, doing damage, repairing. Eventually got to the point where we were kind of limping a little bit, so we started to head home. Granted that there were 2 pirate ships there, because that schooner was still around, it just wasn't engaging.
Yeah.
And on our way home, we actually ended up running into the HMS Adanoa, and we kind of tag teamed them. They kind of ran into them as a T to kind of block them from chasing us, and I believe they went into combat with them, and then the pirates just ended up running.
Yeah. It's always tricky out there. I don't know.
From what I heard, the captain of the Adanoa, I believe it was Duncan. I'm not entirely sure, but I guess they weren't initially firing. They weren't firing red flares. They were instructing them, "Hey, you guys don't want this fight," and they ended up shooting on the Navy ship. So then they returned fire, and that's when the fight began.
Yep. As if they want to fire on a Navy vessel without any word or otherwise, then they're going to have the same return, aren't they? That's a given. I believe the ROE as well is to green flare before engagement.
Yeah.
if I'm correct.
Unless
Yeah.
you're fired upon, then
Yes,
that's
yes,
different.
yeah, absolutely, absolutely. So yeah, well, it's going to be interesting. Anything else happened last night? Was it just that
Other
one
than our stuff,
engagement?
Quite a bit.
Not really.
Well, both. Yeah. Well,
Apparently,
yep. Go on.
I think there was another engagement with a pirate galleon as well.
No, Galleon.
I don't remember the captain that. Yeah.
Hmm.
From what I heard, they only had 6 or 7 crew aboard that galleon, though, and ended up taking. They couldn't get in range because I believe it was Captain Flemington's ship. I'm not entirely sure.
Yeah, okay.
And the range of that ship couldn't. The galleon couldn't get in range, and rather than keep trying to get in range, they decided to tuck their tail and run.
Well, usual.
It's fair.
Okay.
The Whoopi is his ship, and it is very high cannon.
Very, very, very high power.
Yeah, I've seen
Very
it.
good distance too.
Seen it briefly, but so there's a pirate galleon going around out there already, eh? Okay. So it seems day one was quite busy, I suppose.
I
I think maybe a lot of people maybe didn't expect anything to happen straight away, but
forgive me.
yeah,
I'm Sailor Alexander Wade, by the way. So
pleasure.
I am a junior PLU member for you guys. So
Yes, I remember Logerson mentioning about you. I think you'll kind of finalise the official kind of clerk level or staff level for the PLU, unless we get authorised to take any more on. So did you request to come here, or did what made you want to join the PLU? Is this?
I have a history of being a privateer, so I'm accustomed to working in this kind of work with the PLU, as well as I'm familiar with Logerson, so it was kind of a good fit. I'm good at paperwork. I've done quite a few reports, if you haven't seen the board or to be processed yet. So.
Okay. I'll just have a quick look there. So have you completed the kind of training?
Aye.
What's he showing?
Aye.
Are you familiar with obviously doing the books and the colouring of the books, and you say the reports? Oh, Secretary?
Aye, sir.
Are you after anyone in particular, or?
No, I just came by, but if I'm interrupting something...
No, just making sure he wasn't after anyone urgently. This is, have you met Wade before?
Yes I have. He helped me with a bit of an emergency on the trade dock the other night.
Ah, okay. Well, that's positive then. It always goes well. So Logerson has brought Wade in as, I guess, the last person. We had one slot free from the arranged discussions in London. So coming as a clerk. So he's just started today. So what shifts do you cover generally?
Yes.
Yeah. What? Yes. All. No. Yeah. I was going to say it's late for me.
No. I don't mean. I don't mean all of them at all times. No. I could do any. I can do DGen. I can do daytime, morning. It doesn't really matter. I think about stay-at-home dad. So.
Yeah. Okay. So I'll see this.
That's that I've seen him practically any time all day. Blocks of time, and then he'll disappear, likely to sleep, and then I'll see him again when I think, oh, no one's awake. Oh, there he is.
Secretary, I took her to trade again last night. Luckily enough, I had a landsmate there to help out, so I was doing that for 3 to 4 hours last night.
Are you?
And the lines didn't stop.
Are you trade trained? Are you, or you still going through the certification?
No, I'm already commerce accredited. I am logistics accredited, and I'm working on my 3rd, which I haven't picked one yet.
You've been hospitality accredited?
Ooh.
I'm just thinking.
I'm waiting for the doctor to come back to me on that one.
I'm just thinking.
Dr. Whitaker.
High towers. I think we should maybe push them towards the PLU. Obviously, bosunry. I'm just thinking of voyages.
Push him toward the.
Prison.
I'm,
Is also.
an understanding. He's already in it, isn't he?
Oh,
I was told I will be trained on Monday by Master Lagerson for the prison. A
Yeah.
previous deployment, I was Warden Giant's one of Warden Giant's guards. So
ah, so you kind of
So
pick that quick.
I haven't seen the warden since he had to unexpectedly sleep last Sunday, I think it was. So I'm not sure when we can get that done, or maybe we'll have to go to the vice warden.
Have you seen the
No,
warden? Do you know when he's?
not since Sunday, I believe.
Is there a who's vice warden? Have we got one?
The Oro, I
Turner.
believe.
Turner, something like that.
Okay,
No,
so
no, it's the warden and the Oro is the vice warden.
so surely one of those two can do the certification. So
I don't really ever see the Oro though. I'm not sure what their hours are at all.
If I remember correctly, I do believe there's a couple of COs that are also allowed to do the training. I believe Reed was one of them, and I think there was another, but I can't remember their name off the top of my
Reed's early morning as well. D-Gen, isn't he?
head.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, the night shift, as they've been taken to calling it,
They've changed
improved greatly since previous deployments.
Yeah.
Change in leadership has helped greatly towards making it a more professional demeanor in those hours.
That's good. That's good. I'm just wondering if you are around those hours, maybe you can see if Reed's available, or any of the others.
Aye.
But
Well, I from being a guard, I am familiar with our entire intake process, unless something has changed since the previous deployment.
I have no idea.
Always
Paperwork has
changes.
changed
Always gotta
slightly
get
to be a
updated.
little bit more
Yeah, that's true.
streamlined.
That's true. That's true.
I need to do it as well,
We
but
want to
The
go by
paperwork-
old knowledge. Most of us know everything, but you know it always changes.
yeah.
The
Aye.
paperwork has changed slightly, I believe, since that time, Wade, where it's a little bit more streamlined and a little bit less of, to just put it succinctly, a little bit less of a ball ache.
Thank goodness.
You get the ball ache here instead. Well, no, hopefully it's not that bad. There is a process, but hopefully, if you've gone through the process, then you can see it's not too complicated. It's more complicated just because of the books situation, unfortunately. But I think we've worked that solution quite well there. So, but yeah, if you do the prison or bosuning, or because we do have our own ship, you see, to do what are called hot shots, quick ad hoc missions for PLU staff to deal with privateer issues at a moment's notice. So we can just take our schooner, which is at the back at the auxiliary dock, which is also the PLU stroke privateer dock. I'm sure you've been told that if you've gone through the training. Bathory, how you doing? Boop.
Yeah, Master Lagerson already let me know about that.
We have a good day. So yeah, if we can get people kind of those skill sets to cover the prisoner intake and bosuning, we'll see the lieutenant here, we'll see the CO on the ship, and whatnot. Then that's handy. But yeah, just let us know what you are accredited in, or let us know.
Aye.
You have
Well,
any issues?
I'm not like jacket chasing or anything like that. I do have 2 accreditations done. I'm just trying to knock them out, so that way, when
No.
the time does come, I will be ready.
Are you a member of a house? A captain's house?
Yes, I am in Captain Huntington, Sapphire Legion.
Okay. So I know it's all changed again, isn't it? I don't know if Hightower or the secretary. How's your work with promotions? Because see if he's kind of what was being known as the PLU billet, which doesn't exist anymore. Obviously, I would do the promotions, but if you're on a captain's house, the captain would do the promotions, obviously to cover the positions on ship. So
Aye.
it doesn't really make
Honestly,
much
I have
difference.
No
It's,
idea. Beyond sailor.
Yeah.
I would say
It's just who
current
authorises
moment,
it.
It's a little bit. There's a few things that are currently being adjusted by the Vice Admiral, so a little in the air at the moment. Where more than likely it would be the captain which of the house or
Yeah.
a conversation at the very least between the two.
Yeah.
From my understanding, between talking to Master Instructor Blozic and Commodore Kalani about this, ever since they started all the way up to now, the process is pretty much controlled already without your billets all the way up to Sailor First, due to it being, cadet to landsmate being a instructor thing, Sailor Third being whatever master gave you your accreditation that counts toward it, and then the same process for the Sailor Second and First is certain ones count for accreditation for your rank, that it would all go to the Commodore, who would then handle the rank. That part's where it gets fuzzy, of who tells you that you've been promoted. That part I don't fully get, and it seems to change from case to case. After that, though, then it becomes, if you want to be NCO or CO line, then you have to have all the accreditations, which no one's really done yet anyway, so that's not come up yet.
Okay. Yeah, I'll say just keep doing what you're doing, and yeah, if you're not rank chasing, then I'm sure it's not going to affect you too much if it kind of gets delayed a little bit due to teething issues with the new system, of course. But certainly within the PLU, I kind of class everyone on the same level. I expect everyone to have the same level of understanding of what needs to be done. The way you compose yourself, the way you carry out your duties to the highest level. And obviously, if you have any information, any suggestions as well, please speak up. Also, I don't want you to think that you have an idea and that you can't speak to anyone. So you can speak to me at any point. Or speak to Lieutenant at any point. And yeah, it's
Aye, sir.
kind of try and keep it open, but obviously respectful to rank, of course. And, but yeah, there's only a small group of us, so I'm not going to start playing politics and all that stuff.
I try to keep my reports too. If you haven't read any of them, in the box right behind you, a couple of them are in there. I try to keep them pretty descriptive and get every detail I can, so that way it's easy to read yet not overwhelming.
I think that was that one, wasn't it?
I just
that one?
finished report 23. I did 20. Or is it 24?
It's not that one. That's Black Star.
22, 21. I've done quite a few actually. As well as they're on the notice board. Paperwork is a strong suit of mine, so. Even with our issues with the books.
Ben at a glance like 24. If I can glance at something and get an idea of what it is, and if I need to read every single word of it or not, I like the.
I'm trying to keep it simple and easy to look through when you're, looking through the files.
By the way, Commodore, I spoke with Dobby about some things regarding the new transition, and I think the PLU is going to be quite happy.
Oh God, did we get our own private island?
No, but the budget has been solved. We know where the money's coming from, and we're just waiting on all the paperwork to be finalized, and I think you'll be very happy when it's all said and done.
We're rich, boys. We're rich. You can go and retire. Just make sure you share it evenly, okay?
Evenly? You're not going to put rake into it at all?
No.
So,
Knock, knock. Anybody
Well-
around from PLU?
hello?
Wait, can you
There's
go
not
and,
4 of us up here at all.
can you go and
There's somebody out on the trade docks that's needing to speak with somebody from PLU.
she'll go and scare the life out of them.
Hi, sure.
You get everyone. Clearly,
If you'd
Say-
like, we can talk about
say-
the budget thing while Hightower handles
Hello,
it, if you prefer.
let me get you one of these. Bam, all y'all. Right out here on the fountain, actually. Would you like me to bring them here? Or you?
Hate how loud those are.
And need oiling and some sponge putting in between them.
No. So from conversations with Dobby, we believe the budget could be approved for about 800 gold.
For the
We
deployment.
were also asked with, you recall, I believe it's 800.
Thank you for
I think
following.
it's going to be per week until we see how things go, just in case it needs to be adjusted.
Okay, I think it'd be far too much, but
And some of the other secretaries, well, it's the make sure that there's enough, and if it's
Yeah.
far too much, then we just adjust, you know. It was also stated that I believe Lagerson's estimate was 15 gold for a sink, 20 for capture.
yeah.
We're given approval to bump that to 20 gold a sink and 25 for capture.
One moment, let me mental note. 20 gold.
As
25
well as,
capture. Okay. Thanks for the follow.
don't have the money yet, by the way. This is all pending the paperwork going through and the Vice Admiral seal of approval for full transfer and all that.
Yeah. Okay. Well,
As well as I would offer aside from the intel bounties that we'll be doing, which we need to draw some up soon, we just need to get the groundwork of that taken care of, which should be happening tomorrow.
okay.
I would like to offer a 10 gold bounty for key tactical information. I would leave that up to you on if you believe that to be valuable or not from them, if it, when they tell you.
Okay, so
'Cause, you're far more minded on that.
yeah, so as long as you've got locations, quantities, distinguishing features,
Oh,
I
honestly,
suppose,
it
then
was- If they gave you a report about how the pirates fight, I would consider that to be valuable enough.
okay. Well, we'll see what comes
kind
in.
of loadout they like to run, how they like to fight, how they like to run, just anything like that. I'd leave that in your hands.
Yeah. We've had a few come in. They seem quite detailed, to be fair. So yeah, we were doing it on a kind of a sliding scale, I suppose. From okay, that's kind of okay, or that's very, very good. So they'll get more for very, very good. But is it better just for us to just offer a flat rate for a report? Do you think? I'm thinking about is it easier just to do a? Maybe not. Maybe
I
not.
like-
We'll
I
see what
like
comes
the
in.
Scale idea.
Yeah.
I like the scale idea, but I feel like perhaps a flat low end rate for any information that's you didn't ask for it, they just gave it freely. A reward keeps them coming back.
Yeah, I think it was like 3 gold. Maybe upped it to 5 at the lower end,
No,
up to 10 on the higher end.
of course. I leave that to your hands.
But okay, so 20 for a sink, 25 for a capture, and then say 10 gold for good tactical information. See how that comes in.
So
Yeah.
if they came with just a single page of the wobbly-doos like to run, they have all these, they have a 18 cannon broadside and they favor attrition type styles of fighting. I'd say that's still worth some coin.
No,
Something to tell us their mentality.
yeah, absolutely. Yeah, so we're seeing reports from previous deployments. Some of them are kind of quite lengthy with nothing in them. You've seen probably plenty as well in your time. So
Absolutely.
I've just spent 10 hours talking to you and reading your 5 pages worth of information and actually learnt nothing. So thank you for that. And here's 3 gold to go away. But no, that's a bit harsh. But yeah, I think I understand the direction I'm going with that. So if that's the case, once we get the money, if that goes into cold storage here in the PLU, we'll just take the money direct from there and leave trade alone. In that case, it may be easier because I know they're constantly going through. So that 3 or 10 gold may make a lot of difference.
Absolutely.
We take out that money.
I was told that we'll be controlling the purse a little bit, but I'm sure DeLeon and I can agree to be able to always have a certain amount of money down here at the building for you, with the ability to, even if I'm not awake,
Yeah.
the ability to just kick me and say, hey, I need 300 gold. Okay.
Yeah. Well, honestly, if we have a 200 float, I reckon that 200 certainly this week and into next will probably more than cover anyway. It's only going to be once official bounties come from yourselves or High Command Admiralty. Obviously, with ship bounties, obviously you can go for hundreds of coin depending on who they are, infamy levels, and you know how it works. So obviously, if you start giving us those, then yeah, we'll need to just up the float that we hold down here to make sure that we have the money just in case it come in and complete that said bounty when you're not around. So and whatnot.
Oh, absolutely. The extra money that, as much as that budget amount is a little bit more than likely might be needed, the extra float will be useful for if a ship's worth 100 gold and they bring it in, we weren't expecting it, we can pay them out, inform Admiralty, and be reimbursed potentially to put that back into the float without the civilians having to wait.
Yeah.
Which hopefully will improve their temperament.
No, absolutely. That was one of the big issues with the previous Boat 1 deployment, was actually getting the gold back down to the PLU when we requested it. You know, we'd request it, but for one reason or another, it would take 24 hours. Then they would turn up early and they wouldn't be able to return back themselves for a couple of days or whatever. Then, you know, it turns in half a week for one reason or another. So, you know, if we have the coin here, we can provide that there and then. Then, yeah, that's going to make a huge difference in regards to keeping them happy. So
during that deployment, I served under you working for the PLU. I remember that greatly. Admiralty is taking this very seriously to keep all the civilians happy.
Yeah.
The better a civilian and the privateers are fed and taken care of, the happier they are to continue doing His Majesty's work.
No, absolutely. So let's say we've got 4 privateers active now. So I was going to ask as well, is there any word in regards to any 48 hours stayovers? Is it something we want to try and like push like immediately?
That would still be an operations question. I am unsure yet. If you know of a prime candidate, I'm sure Ferguson and Kalani would be happy to hear about it.
Yeah, well, so we've got 4 there. So I know the lower D areas, D and E's seem to be quite hot at the minute. And that's just the last 24 hours. So I know we've got ones down in that area. So I know it's potentially obviously a shorter deployment as well. So if it's something we do want to do, then we can get on that now and kind of tee privateers up to do that. I don't think it'll be a big issue, to be honest. If we can get that running now, even just get a brig. Right, don't have to send 2 or 3.
Ask the privateers which one of them would like to host the Navy. Maybe find out the hours that they're active in primarily, and then find. I mean, I guess I'm overthinking a little bit too much on the operational side, but yes, I very much agree. The sooner we get that ball rolling, the sooner it happens, and you've been through everything before. You know how it goes.
Yes, unfortunately. But I do miss a lot. But no, we can look at that, and we can kind of send suggestions up to say that these privateers are ready and willing with immediate effect to support a stay over. Blah blah blah, and then obviously you can have that discussions as you see fit. But I think we can get something arranged very quickly, to be honest, and clear these waters out a little bit as well.
By the way, you can let your people know that the annex is ready for those reports to be brought up and dropped off if need be.
Annex? What's that? I've not seen anyone today, so...
The annex was something that Stone Top originally requested that we have. It's further up the hill for you to be able to drop off reports quickly without having to run halfway across the island.
Oh, it's a midway point, is it? Basically?
Basically, yes.
Yeah, okay. Very good. Has anyone...
Something we check all the time to empty.
Has anyone spoke to the trade secretaries about the changes? I did try to find Secretary Stonetop yesterday, but he wasn't around. To kind of explain,
I
but
have not. I think I was told operations had talked with them about it.
okay.
But, as of yet, I'm not entirely sure because I just woke up.
Ah, you just woke. Okay, fair enough.
Maybe an hour ago, maybe
Yeah.
in 2 hours at this.
Well, if we see him, I'll ask him. Yeah, I don't want them to think it's been underhand or anything like that. So I don't want any kind of bad blood or misunderstandings or whatever. It tends to eat away at things, doesn't it? Get that?
Oh, absolutely.
So
We're adults here. We can all handle this like such.
absolutely, absolutely. Okay. Well, thanks for the information, listeners. Hello.
I believe the sheep is stealing you.
What? Yes, you walk that way. No, he wants. Never work with children or animals, but yeah. If you need anything, let us know. We'll drop those reports up there from now on. Or is that just for all reports, information, letters, just any communications, I suppose? Just drop it up there for you.
Pretty much. We would love a copy of everything, pretty much, that comes through, just for the sake of communication. I know De Leon is incredibly particular about that, and I understand.
Yes, yeah, she's made the she's made the point quite clear, so won't cross her path with not doing that. So yeah, I think we've got everything sorted out, kind of paperwork processing wise, obviously with the issues with the writing in the books and such. So I think we worked out the barcoding system. So in essence, you should really receive consecutive numbers. So if you kind of receive book 23 and you don't get another one until 48, then you know something's gone missing. Because it's very, especially now because we've sorted everything out. Everything that comes in is kind of intel, information. So if you're wanting everything, if you just kind of bear that in mind, whoever looks at it, if you do get a large gap of numbers, let us know, just in case.
Of course,
But
I
yeah.
trust you, Smythe.
But yeah, you shouldn't receive any numbers with a gap of maybe 2 or more. I think 2 would be the biggest gap in the numbering system. So, okay, perfect. I'll let you wake up and carry on with your day. I'll be down for a little bit. Try and get up to my ship and finish that off. And yeah,
Nice.
see what else, see what happens
I'll
with.
be around for several hours, so if you need me, I'll be around.
Okay, perfect. Just out of interest, though, do you have like hangout areas where you kind of run between? I know you're kind of always around, but do you tend to stay around HQ and read, or
Typically,
is it like
between almost always between the annex, logistics, high command, or
Thank you for following.
what are they called? Stag's watch by the mess hall.
okay? Right, that's fine.
Always somewhere floating around between all of those.
Yeah, pretty much everywhere then. Very good. Okay, right. Thank you very much, Secretary. Appreciate the information, and yeah, if you let us know about the money, if you want to if you get issued 800 from Dobby, if you want to hold on to that and then just issue us 200, then we can request it when we kind of used 100,
Oh, of course.
and we can give you the receipts at the same time. We've got a receipt system to itemize all the payments as well, so that should keep
Perfect.
Admiralty happy. Oop. Stand up straight. Let that rain go off.
Absolutely.
Okay, right, excellent. I'll let you go this time. Thank you very much.
Alright, enjoy. Have a good day. I need to get my horse, so I'm going this way anyway.
Oh, your horse. Oh, that.
Speed prophecies.
Good alarm system.
Yes, at least they can't jump over the fence anymore.
Oh, have you noticed?
Yeah,
Yes.
thank God.
No more of that horridness.
We just have the open and closing horridness instead. All right, thank you very much.
Alright.
MF Rogers 83, thank you for the follow. And that notification, is that really loud? I feel that notification is really loud. Apologies if it is. Or it might just be loud through my headset.
How are we 2-0 with trade staff only?
That is a fantastic question. Ask civilian drivers.
Well, that is actually bonkers.
Not it.
Trade docks have sunk 2 vessels?
Hello,
Yeah.
Secretary.
Yeah.
Hello.
Vessels. Almost 3.
Wonderful.
One of them got stuck underneath the
Strange
docks, too.
question. The equipment that you purchase from civilians, could I have?
I'm good. Tired. I didn't finish work until 10:20 p.m. All okay with that? What was that conversation?
Yeah, that was a delivery of mail from 2 individuals I don't know. One named Tommy Bravo and the other called Phoenix Breathfire. They were delivering on the behalf of Jane Fordham.
Oh, okay. Have you read them? Yeah.
They're not as dramatic as I was expecting, honestly.
What's it saying? What is it about to read it? Commodore?
Commodore!
Is that Commodore?
That's Logerson.
I never get to give you good news, Commodore. So for the first time, seeing you after you wake up,
I hate them.
our first official sink of a pirate of the deployment has happened. It was Theo von Arlington.
Oh, we sunk him. Nice.
Perfect.
Yes, a landsmate dropped a mortar on him 3 times in a row after narrowly missing his first shot and put him down. So they just went and promoted the landsmate on the captain's deck.
Ah, that's fine. No, it's well deserved. Absolutely. Who's the captain? Whose ship?
Pip, Captain Harris.
And
Oh,
that's the icing on the cake.
yeah. Very good. Okay. Game on then, is it?
For PLU, our privateer's first engagement, the clown card, unfortunately Miss Jane Fordham has chosen to fly the black and poked Iron Crow only to discover that it was a fully crewed 25-man brigantine because Red Dawn was there for the Alliance sale for the first day and sent them packing after about 2 broadside exchanges. They were bucketing all the way home and throwing as much weight as they could so they got the speed to get away from, unfortunately, Iron Crow. So our privateers are being very effective already.
Okay, so what we need to do then, right. Obviously Fordham was on my radar with concern with the note up there that's been up there. Obviously offering her mercenary services. It's going to go one of 2 ways, red or black. Obviously speaking to them, we know that they're a well-equipped and motivated company. And it's not going to take them long to get themselves up to speed. So I think we need to...
So hopefully, we encountered them with Captain Duncan, and they survived 1 broadside, and we threw and threw them, ripped their aft section off, and it was, I believe, I heard her scream, "All hands to fucking buckets," as they were peeling out as fast as they could to run from us. And sadly, we were extremely overweight, still with ammunition.
Apparently they engaged with Captain Huntington before that.
Mm. Okay, well we can play their little game with our privateers then, can't we? They don't want to join the side that gives her exactly what she wants, then she can have to play the other hand, won't she? Have to deal with the consequences unless she comes to her senses and wants to discuss going on the red. So we'll discuss that further and see how it goes.
Oh, she's waiting for us. Sorry, I think.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, all
I'll
right.
be over there in a moment.
Well, we can catch up as we'll be in the PLU.
Perfect. Well, I was getting her a key update for the back door because I hadn't given her hers yet, and then I still have been trying
Give me mine yet.
for 2 hours to get some brain food in my head.
Yeah,
yes,
no.
I need to get you your back door as well.
Well, phrasing, thank you.
Oh yeah, and the privateers decided they didn't have enough cannons on that brigantine, so they're building a war galleon to go sailing around on when Iron Crow and Red Dawn are together for the Red Crow Alliance, I think is what they're going with. or the Iron Dawn. I can't remember what they came up with. They've been bouncing it back and forth, but they're going to crew a 25-man red sail galleon and start patrolling on it some nights for fun.
No. No. Okay. We need to identify potential privateers for 48 hours. I think all of them will be up for it. Yeah, if we can put a recommendation up, I think we should do that as soon as possible. Get some of our ships out of these waters and into areas where our privateers are on 48s. I think we can do that quite easily. I think operations don't have to do too much work to do that. Just making sure they can identify privateers in the time when they're available and make sure that they can support 2 brigantines, basically. All that stuff, you know how it works.
I would mostly make I'd recommendation. The first one we approach being Scamper Bay. Just got all 3 on the same grid, but the other 2 already are running multiple armored brigantines. Scamper Bay typically runs 1 with multiple assault sloops, so they'd have more use of our brigantines there for a 48, I think.
Okay.
And we're still in the same water with the other companies anyway.
Okay, so next couple of days, if we can get that kind of information together, say who, where, their operating times, crew sizes, or ships that they have available, etc. As you just stated, whether they need any time to set up, see defences, and such, is all that stuff that we need. If we can get that all done, then it makes ops life a hell of a lot easier to make a decision whether they want to send anyone there and how quickly they can do that. Obviously, if they don't have the stuff, then they're going to have to get it sorted, so it's going to add time on to do it. But yeah, I'd like to get that out there and up to ops as soon as possible, really by the end of the week.
Perfect. Yeah, I'll touch base with all of them. I was already going to be speaking with all of them now that we have the approval for the paid resupply they would be keeping for us at their locations, to also make that offer as it is an optional form.
Okay.
That is Legion Patrol.
You were going?
No.
No, well, no, you're not.
Sorry.
Lieutenant, you go?
No.
Not gonna believe. No, I'm not gonna be going out.
Okay, well, let's walk in just quickly because there's just one more bit of information and then you can get away, Logerson.
Yep. Secretary, I'll put everything in your desk for you.
No, come up here real quick. You got 2 seconds.
Oh, okay. One moment, Commodore.
Sorry, I didn't see behind me.
Close the doors.
I love the taste of metal.
See this one right here?
It's the cookie box.
Yes. Go ahead and take a sneak peek in the cookie box.
Yeah, perfect.
Yes.
All right, I'll go ahead and leave it there
Finally,
for you.
Made it up here. Okay. Over here. This first cookie box. Yeah, the cookie box. Alright. Beautiful.
That's where they'll be?
Yes.
Okay.
And you should have a key.
I don't have a key.
I'm getting it right
don't have
now.
any keys.
You should have a key.
More keys.
I don't have any
Amazing.
keys.
My brother doesn't
I'm trying to
have a key
collect them all.
I'm making a...
Make them quicker.
My brother doesn't have a key to my
I
office.
believe Logerson never made
Guess
a
what?
key.
I don't have
The
any
thinking
keys.
of the vogging waits for no one.
Hello, Wade.
Sorry.
Wade.
Secretary?
Oh,
Hello.
socks.
Are you hands-on
You've
today?
got socks. I just noticed you've got socks.
Yeah, I got my socks. Did you know? Yes.
Yeah, very good.
My
Oh,
socks
get
work
over here,
now.
Commodore. You can't run off and say no keys. I don't think you understand how much that statement irritates the shit out of me.
It's okay.
Yeah, oh wait, you already have your keys. Never mind. Sorry, it's just a habit of trying to chase you down to get your keys. I went to the wrong one.
Did you make him chase you down? I don't know if I'm proud or impressed.
No, I just had to
Maybe
figure
a
out where
little
he
bit
was
of
sleeping
both.
in the CO barracks to make sure I got him in a secure spot at his bunk for him so he could get into the office.
Just shift a paper in a different spot. Tell him you have it in your pocket and run away.
Beautiful.
There you
Thank
go.
you.
Beautiful. All right. To Bells.
Thank you. Thank you.
See you
To
later.
the
Right,
bills.
Thank you.
just very quick looks and then you can go.
Gift for you. Don't say I never gave you nothing, so that you can take out that.
Wade, do you want to come as well?
Big
I
brown
have
walker.
slightly in my head, but
Alright, we'll stay there, that's fine. Stay here. No, just the last thing. The money for payments and such. Just to confirm, it looks like we're probably going to get about 800 a week. Now that's far too much. But the idea,
That's a lot.
the idea is obviously to have money available. So what I've said to the secretary is that if they hold the 800 up there, an ID, if that's given to them, just these final say so from Admiralty on that amount, but they think there won't be an issue. They hold that and then they give us a float. I said a float of 200 should be sufficient. Also, we take the
Completely agree.
we take the receipts. Money will be kept here. We won't use trade. Money will be upstairs in the cold storage, locked away. So it'll be 200 float up there. There will be a receipts bin next to it. Obviously, a copy of receipts for the money that goes in and out is there. And obviously, when we get to 100 left, we'll request a new one. And in regards to bounties and such, we'll be probably looking at those potentially to start being issued next kind of 48 hours or so. They're still kind of looking at them.
He's already screamed the first bounty out. He's on his way to get approval. He wants to put a 100 gold bounty on the Shamalama Theo's flagship, and he's trying to get the Vice Admiral approvals now.
Okay, so that'll be the first one. So that would be a.
I don't know what the deal with that ship is, but he heard the name and he started frothing.
So
I bet.
it's going to be a public bounty, but obviously only Red Cells and Navy can do that anyway. So we'll put the bounties on the board downstairs. Can the privateers get through that door downstairs? I don't think they can they?
No.
Nope.
But typically they're speaking with one of us, so we can make sure whenever they come in, hey, did you make sure to go check the bounties? Make sure there's no new ones. And we can always put a date on the board, so when they come in, they can look at it and go, oh yes, I was here since the last time it was updated.
Yeah.
Make it easy.
There should be a date.
Typically we bring them back here farther when we speak.
There should be a date of issuance on the bounty document anyway. So I don't think we need to make extra work for itself. If they can't work out what day it is and when there was down here, then we've got bigger problems. So, but we'll pin that on the board.
They never dated them in the past for us, so
They should date them, really. But if they don't, then we'll have to put a date up. Especially with the way the documents work, it's just a pain in the ass having to do that. We can request that.
We've been transcribing parchments last night and this morning into the books so that we can code them properly and then still keep those. Wade has been a machine.
Yeah. So yeah, just chatting with Wade. It's good. So I just said to keep us up to date with his certifications, what he's done, and yeah, just so we know. And I think other than that, yeah, just say make sure the standing order. I think you've read that from yesterday. Standing orders.
Yes.
So
yes.
Does it say when you're on a ship?
Now, I have not shared with any of the junior clerks the meeting that took place yesterday because the paperwork that was given to me did not say so, but two secretaries have now said something a little more publicly. Can we bring them up to speed with the shift we're doing, or
if the PLU,
while we're
yeah,
standing in the warehouse asked about it?
PLU.
Okay.
I'm going to use the word billeted, but there's no PLU billeted, but the PLU staff, yes, obviously speak within the circle. What the issue is, the Secretary Ferguson made it abundantly clear when I was having a conversation with the Lieutenant yesterday with various bits and pieces, that there was a big issue with leakage of information. Now, obviously the PLU was held responsible for some of that, but I don't believe it was just that. I believe it was information coming from the PLU around all Navy personnel and speaking on the trade docks, overhearing stuff. It's just kind of Chinese whispers and information that shouldn't be out there and has no relevance to anybody else out there. So basically what that standing order is just keep it in-house. Yes, you can speak to privateers. Obviously, the ship crews outside of the PLU can speak to privateers, obviously. I'm not saying that, but it's just chit-chat and all this changes that are happening and people looking to become privateers, and I don't want any of that discussed. I don't want, we've had X and Y come to see us today and it's really good. Well, it may be really good, but we don't need to be spreading that around ships and logistics and wherever you are to people, because it's just not relevant to them. Plus, we keep it in-house, it's more controllable. So if people do find out and say, hang on a minute, how on earth do you know about that? Because no one's told anyone. So it makes it a lot easier to identify where a potential leakage is coming from. It may not necessarily be from here. That's the thing. So there's lots of reasons. So.
Some captains have asked if we're going to be bringing back the big book of privateers.
Yeah, that's on the to-do list.
Save their crews a few times. Do we want to do that? Because that would be putting that sitting on a ship where some crew people will be grabbing it, looking at things they shouldn't be. Or do we want to tell the captains they can have it, but it's to stay in their captain's rooms, memorize it, whatever you need to, but it is not open knowledge. How should we proceed? If you inquire and ask updates on it.
I personally feel that the captain's houses are going to be quite large now. The way they're doing it with no billets and stuff, everyone's getting pushed into a captain's house. The captain should designate one person or two people that can come down here, and we will put it on the board downstairs. Of course, the only Navy can get in, and they can see and make a note themselves, and they're responsible for that information. Obviously, if they come under attack and need to bin that document, then just bin it over the side of the ship and it's gone. But they will be the kind of the privateer liaison for the captain, I suppose, to have that information.
The master of the house, then?
Not necessarily. I think as well.
Calling them a steward now?
Oh, God's sake!
Oh, all right.
Well, not mayors. How many more mayors have we got?
Defining the difference between, they're defining the difference between a master, which is a department, it's the highest NCO, and then somebody who just manages the captain's house. Apparently there's been issues in the past where some try to, some think their authority extends the same as others, and they don't realize that this green coat's authority only extends as far as the person is sitting above it, and the captain and the commodore and the secretary are not on the same level. It's all different levels of authority. So they're clearing it up.
In theory, the ensign could do that job, because it's something that CO should be doing. And an ensign is quite capable of
makes sense
doing that. So we say that the ensigns of each house are responsible to ensure that they are aware of each privateer's standing at the minute. We'll just have a list downstairs saying the name, island, grid, and the orders change from ops. So, and we'll just update that here. I'm not going to keep, especially with the book situation. If the book situation was different, i.e., like it was before, it'd be easier, but it's not. So I really don't want to put you lot through the situation of trying, or High Command trying to keep a book of potentially 10 privateers, which is changing. It's just not going to work. And as I say, they don't need all that. They just need to know on their patrol route where they're going. Is there a privateer in those sectors? Yes or no? Keep it simple. They don't need to know every single privateer. And over time, they'll get to know where they are anyway.
Would keep a in the TAC ops could just put up a sign-up sheet, style thing with list privateers and their location on it for each line. There you go. They see it. It's updated. They grab it.
Honestly, I want them to do some work. So I want them to actually move around. So plus, it's easier for us to update it rather than having to start running up there. And obviously, like Wade, for example, if you want to update, you wouldn't be able to get in there. So it'd then be left to you to do that.
Yeah.
You know, so, but also I want them to come down here. One of the big issues on the last 2 times we've done the actual PLU unit active like this is that the captains never, ever came down to speak to us. But yet they want that support from privateers. So they can't have it both ways. You know, put the legwork in, you'll get the support. If you don't, then...
I will say Captain Sawyer was always an exception.
Oh, yeah, no, absolutely.
Captain Sawyer always made it a point to come talk to us, and I appreciated the shit out of him.
Absolutely.
That's why he's one of my favorites.
No, he was here yesterday. Spoke to him before I left yesterday. So, yeah.
Speaking of captains and kudos, Commodore, I think I give a captain's kudo to you, right? As a Commodore, it would go to you.
Sorry, say that? What was that?
I want to give a captain's, an attaboy, a good job, and make sure they get, their superiors know. That would go to a Commodore, correct?
Well, yeah, I go to Commodore Kalani, because he deals with that side more than me. So yeah, if it's a captain, then yeah, we'll go up to.
We'll get a copy because it involves our department. So
yeah, oh yeah, absolutely. Certainly I can deal with it, but I think just to keep it as it should, Commodore Kalani would be the first point of call for that. But certainly give me a copy of anything that revolves around that. It's handy to know who's doing a good job and who isn't. Although I'm not directly involved, I'm still a combat captain by trade, so I still want to know what's going on that side of the Navy.
Excellent. It's going to be for Captain Huntington. On Sunday, her patrol grid, she had nothing to do. She asked if I had any stops I needed to do over in Delta 3, which was all of our privateers. And I said, yes, I've got paperwork. I need to get out there right away before everything lifts tomorrow. She said, perfect. Hop on. I'm going to give you my patrol. Let's go get your stuff taken care of for you. And we got all 3 companies taken care of. She was over there and she offered her services to us. And that has never happened from a captain before like that. It made our life so much easier down here. And
she
we appreciated it so much.
Did she not find Iron Crow as well?
Outreach program?
Yeah, that's what we went to. We bumped into Iron Crow on the way. So
Yeah.
we gave them theirs on the water. We had Weathers jump across and get them theirs. And then we stopped by Scamper Bay and Siren's Call.
Well, they got a
'cause
fine.
Red Dawn had already made it in that morning.
They got a fine of 25 silver, did they? Well, they got a fine of 25 silver for flying the. Well, there's a letter in my desk saying it's in the filing cabinet actually. They got a fine of 25 silver for flying the Red before their allotted time. They paid it.
They literally brought that ship in so we could inspect it, and they thought they had to have it combat ready. So, yeah, they would have been notified, but we were rushing out there to talk to them and get them their things.
Was that Siren's
It was Sunday afternoon.
Oh, was that Iron?
Yes, Siren's Song.
Oh, Siren's.
Was it
Siren's
Iron Crow?
song? I don't know actually. I'm sure it was Iron Crow.
I don't know.
The letter.
Both
know
of
who
them
you're
brought a
talking
ship
about,
in, so it
but
could
I
have
don't
been
know which
either one
one
of
it was.
them.
But one of them anyway. So, but she did that as well.
Yeah, one got
so.
fined. Apparently, one didn't.
Yeah, which one? But yeah, no, it's just more than the fact that she was responsible for that as well, which is good. Taking notice of what should and shouldn't be done on the oceans.
I believe that was Nova Moonshadow.
Oh yes, Miss Nova.
Yeah.
Okay, then Nova would be Scamper Bay, actually.
Oh, all right.
God, it's all of them. Bloody hell. What, the fine?
Do we have an outreach program where we go to the ports periodically?
Oh yes, any chance we can.
Yeah. We'd have to. Oh, that's another thing. We have specific captains, as we know, that are very good at outreach. Need to bear them in mind for situations. I'm thinking actually, maybe worth having a word with Ops and seeing whether we want to send one of our outreach captains to Fordham to see if we can see what's going on there. Thoughts?
That's my immediate reaction. I wonder what kind
Now-
of paperwork's going to happen.
Just kind of curious, Commodore. How closely did you pay attention to the structures when we pulled up?
I saw a wall.
Mm-hmm.
No, I had
Noticed the large sign.
Yes, yeah. Yeah,
Yes,
bread for
if you
them.
notice the multiple staircases leading up behind it, yeah, that wall opens. There's guaranteed cannons in there. I saw stairs in the back half of it.
Yeah,
I don't know if you want to send. It'll be an operations call, but I would maybe suggest reaching out to them, maybe by an intermediary, meet somewhere not there, because even in that civilian port, that thing is designed to kill.
Well, yeah, no, it's more the case of, do we want to go down that route? As I say, applying pressure is something that we need to do. I think they're very, very capable, and if they get their teeth into things, then it's going to make life very, very difficult. If we can maintain that pressure, either through ourselves, through negotiations and talking, or privateers, then yeah, it's going to have to go somewhere. But we certainly can't just leave them to go off and do their own thing and not know what's happening there. So yeah, it's diplomatic pressure.
Not unlikely to come
Would you
here,
like me-
as they have sent mail instead.
Yeah. Oh, there's mail I need to look through. Apparently from Fordham, it's just come in before you arrived, Logus. And so, you go get yourself off for food. Are you back? I'll be heading off about an hour, probably.
Yes, I will
but,
be back.
But if you're around, or if you two are around when Loguson turns back up, just let him have a look at that paperwork and stuff, and we'll need to get up to NID ASAP as well. But I'll have a quick look at that.
Wait, can you show them the new NID drop box?
Are you talking about the one over there?
The one up near the pond.
The one that is that way. No, it's
Oh,
right up
oh,
the hill
oh.
here, right behind
Yeah.
the
Special up the
library.
hill one. Yeah, yeah. Okay,
Yes.
Yeah, I can do that.
They built the location specific for us, and sometimes we'll walk in there, and one of the secretaries can be sitting down drinking coffee, going through paperwork. But they built that for us. And Wade, by the way, I forgot to tell you last night, unless you see somebody sitting on the couch enjoying, coffee or something, you didn't see anybody up there that was not a clerk from this office, okay?
I literally went up there, dropped off the horse, and flew back down.
Perfect. Wonderful. Oh, and your accreditation slight change. When I ask you what is the secretary of the department, the answer is Cartwright and De Leon. That is the change I was referring to earlier. There's a shift. We are being shifted where we answer under NID for the remainder of the deployment.
Noted.
Sorted.
Until that's made out
as I was asking about the
nobody needs to know.
Oh, for sure. I was asking about the outreach program. I mean, I schedule a weekly visit to our privateers, so they be like, okay, well, Navy never comes here. You know how they get negative sometimes like that, and just do a welfare check.
That was all sorted.
Something like that. If you guys are.
That was all sorted.
Commodore, it could be a fun time to get your boots wet, every few days.
Maybe. It's just difficult for me to get heavily involved in stuff like that. So, but we'll see. Okay, but anyway, you go get yourself off. You should have gone about half an hour ago. So
Will do. Yep.
We'll leave the stuff for you on your return. Make sure you're up to speed, and we'll get those letters looked at. Lieutenant received, and get those copied and sent up to NID.
Oh, also with the sinking of Theo von Arlington, we have I don't think we need to update anything on our ends. We had reports of a kidnapping. The gentleman that reported it was then kidnapped a second time after he got free the first time by Theo, and when they sank him, they freed the gentleman from the ship, got him out of the water, and brought him back here to Proudshire to the trade docks to get him squared away, Mr. Dixon. So not only did we sink Theo, we also rescued a kidnapping victim from him. Apparently he is attempting to kidnap his old crew, some of which are in the Navy, and he was looking for them on Pip's ship. So it might be a target because he knows Landsmaid Festivalis sails as a Harris Hawk. So we might be shooting Theo a lot. Even better news.
God.
It's not always bad news with me. I told you so.
No, absolutely
All
not.
right, I'm off.
Enjoy your food.
Go do your shit.
Thank you.
Right, where's these letters you had? Did you file them away? Get them.
In the to be processed.
So let's
Said he wants to,
get
have
these
the hand at it, so it's
processed.
in the process.
Yeah, let's get these processed then.
Kind of funny. One of them is her pretty much saying, "Oh look, we fought so many people, even outgunned," and then I immediately hear from Logus, and they got their asses kicked.
Sorry, is it all of
Them to
those?
kick their ass. I crunched their bosun with the 24 3 times because the cannoneers ripped the ass off their brigantine, and Duncan gave me a clean shot, so I went aft to stern the entire ship with the 24, and I kept hearing crunch, crunch every time I'd fire. It was glorious.
to the right.
They were pissed. Alright, good night. Be back later.
Alright, 1
The
second.
paper that's next to the two is just a to make sure that's not forgotten.
Right, let me have a look at these books. 1 minute. Okay.
Wish I was able to go undercover as NID. I'd make a good pirate.
Yeah, they're not as fun about that these days.
Yeah, but how many individuals in the Navy have a P on their hand?
Couldn't tell you. I don't check out people's hands very often.
I left that life behind me a long time ago. Still have the memory of it. Even went through the whole reform program, if you remember that.
Yep. Depending on which one you mean. Yep.
I'm pretty sure I was the first one to completely go through it with Woven Guard.
Which iterance of the prison?
Okay.
Big cave.
Interesting.
The boxing ring.
Odd. Too many pages.
That was when I went through the reform program, came back to the Navy. I was in Captain Burke's house, and that's when I was a prison guard for Warden Giant.
I see. Yeah, that was not the first program for that.
Oh, I meant
It
for that.
was
Yeah, for that
another
deployment.
prior. Yeah. And a lot of deployments.
My darker days in the past, so. Do you remember a private
Okay, that's just
company by the name of Ambition?
Can't say.
that's just
that
some
I do know.
law.
Quite a few deployments ago, but I was actually the commander there, so.
I see. There's very few things I remember the exact name of from long ago. Only if it's personally affected me do I remember the names specifically.
That's fair.
Okay, Wade, do you want to just reference those books up, make copies? We can get those away. Don't need to make summaries. We just send up the whole lot as it is. So it's the last 3 in that cabinet. Well, it all needs doing actually. So,
okay. Right.
You okay?
Does it need to be expedited or?
Yes. Yeah. I think that type of information.
Okay.
We need to get up there. give them as many hours as possible to deal with that information, especially with who it is. And their involvement with our privateers, I suppose. One of them's just more of a storybook.
Important letters, aren't they?
Yeah, one's more of a storybook. That's not much in there. It's more of a history lesson. The other one's kind of a gloaty gloat. But still shows their intentions. Did you pick out anything from from that though? I picked out a couple of bits, which is interesting. That they're not.
It seems like they're trying to say they want to be pirates without declaring themselves enemies of the crown.
Yeah. I don't know. It's interesting situation. Something going to be a complete headache for us, or it's going to be a benefit to us. But at the moment, I only see it really becoming a headache.
I think they're just going to be pirates that are trying to gain sympathy and toe the line of not getting in trouble type thing. I think that's what they're going for.
Yeah, but, black is black though, isn't it? End of the day. They all get painted with this. They all get painted with the same brush.
Been told otherwise in the past, so.
I guess it all comes down to the interactions with the Navy, end of the day. You have to sit up a bit when they do stuff with our privateers, of course, but we need to tread that line. The British have always done the kind of conversation more than the battles, but obviously the battles are very heavy and thick when needed, so we can do it both ways as well, It's just if you make the wrong call at the wrong time, it's going to blow everything out of proportion.
Were both of those books dropped off by those two individuals? Or?
Yep.
So it's 2 books on 1 letter.
Do we know who this? The one book. Do we know who that is? S. Singh or something?
I don't know.
No.
Moment to think about a drink, and then I'll get writing.
Yeah.
That's gonna take me a while to write all that.
What are you writing? Sorry, I thought it was just a case of getting a reference number, put the reference number on the back page, color it, and then copy it, and then we'll get up to NID. The summarizing, there's a folder there, but Weathers will summarize it. So I'm not sure what you shouldn't really be writing anything that will take any amount of time, unless I've gone and changed it again.
Oh, I like to put the binder on it, so that way it's easy to read when you are just looking.
Oh,
at it. And then
okay.
I take the information and I put it in there. Yeah. So.
Yeah. Okay.
I can write.
If you can do that.
100 words a minute, so it won't take me too long.
Bibliophile. So.
Okay. Well, okay. Go get yourself a drink, and we will. I'm just interested to see how quickly you can actually do this for my own sake.
Oh my goodness! All right. Give me more.
No pressure. No, we'll see. Look after yourself first. If you need a rest or a break or food or drink, whatever, get that. If don't keep putting it off, because something else will always crop up, and then time you know it, it'll be 3 in the morning.
Yep. That's what I try to tell people too when they're like, I was skipping food for this. But like, no, this is not an emergency. Go get your fucking food. Holy shit.
It's not going to go anywhere. So if we know you're coming back, that's great. If you can't come back, that's fine as well. We know we'll have to do it ourselves. Or we can just wait for someone else to do it. Put in a file. So there should be... What was these other ones left? What's that one?
Okay. Would you like them to be two separate books or combined into one? Probably two separate.
Yeah, I'll just keep them two separate, so they can see how they've come in.
Okay.
You're not actually. Wait, you're actually rewriting the whole. My God, I'm very impressed.
Hi. This is what I do with each one, and then I put in there. You could see a process parchments folder, and I put the ones that get turned into us into there.
I was looking for that other book. Where's that? That one's. What is that one? Oh, okay, that's that one. Do 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 do. Okay. Oh, chat. Never told me the thing was still up. Sorry. God damn it. 1 second. Apologies. I need to get used to that. It's because I don't see my OBS. You just get my mind's kind of all over the place from the day's work in real life, and then trying to get around all this stuff. In the RP, it's like so much to remember. Junk everywhere. Shit paint. Documents. Oops. Okay. Where did that go? Do 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 do. I need to file that one away actually. Can I type stationary? What's this? Oh. Lockpicks. Don't need that. Is that an empty book? That is just an empty book. I've got 2 keychains. I've gained a key in my pockets. I have no idea where it's come from.
No idea.
Just think, is there anything else that needs to be addressed at the minute? You're happy enough with everything, yeah, Lieutenant?
Yep. It's going all right.
So, I guess what I need to arrange is the next voyage. Actually, so we've been to see Iron Crow. I think Scamper Bay maybe. Where is Scamper Bay?
Don't have any of them really memorized at the moment. I want to say like D. That might be wrong.
A3. That's a short stone's throw away.
Confusing who they are then.
So we can make a trip to see them. Thursday? How are you fixed on Thursday? Oh, you're busy, aren't you, on Thursdays? Are you busy Thursdays?
Yep.
Yeah, we're busy Thursdays, aren't you?
Thursdays I expect to be busy.
Yeah.
Anyway, but early not, but you know.
Actually, what day is it tomorrow? It's Wednesday tomorrow, isn't it? You're busy Wednesdays. You're busy Wednesday.
Wednesday.
A war game. Okay.
I am not busy Wednesdays. I don't particularly care about war games.
Friday I'm away. More likely I won't be here Friday. Saturday I will be. So we could do something for Saturday.
Do Saturday or Sunday, but it would have to be like 6 or later Eastern.
Saturday will be fine. A bit later. It's only say short stone throw away anyway, so it's only going to be a very short trip there and back with a conversation in the middle. So if we get a tasking done for Saturday, then it'll give people time here to be available or not. If they're not, we can just commandeer a couple of people, just man the ship. Yeah, shouldn't take any longer than an hour. So even like 7 p.m. EST Saturday.
That'd work.
Would that work for you?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so did you fill out a tasking for the other one? Did you get given a template for that? No, we discussed it. Did anyone actually do a written?
I don't know what. Yeah, I don't know what Logerson did with it. It was before we realized that the numbers were wrong or whatever, so he might have discarded it. I'm not sure. Pretty much the fancy way of telling someone there's a mission. Yeah, I know how to do it. Go talk to, people and whatnot and figure out if they're available and whatnot before making one. Otherwise, it just kind of seems like, this is the time. If you can make it, then that's it. And if not, then that's it.
I've added it on to-do list on the top page, one of the gaps there, so
Right.
I'll probably be gone by the time Logson's back, but if you two are available, I'll be available at 3. I think we have 6. I can't remember. How many cannons do we have on there? Is it 2 at the front, 2 at the back?
Yeah, 2 in front and 2 in back. Just chain shot for, getting away or helping something get slowed
Yeah.
for someone else.
So 1 on the helm. So I think 6. We get 6 people. I think that should give us enough
Maybe plenty.
to manage anything. But it should be well. Famous last words. Should be fine.
Should be fine. It's the fastest thing that should be out there, I think. It's very light.
Yeah, I'd say. If not, so we're going to see privateers anyway, so we can dig in if needed.
If, worst case scenario, we all know how to swim.
No, absolutely. Yeah, it's been a while since I've swam like that, to be honest. But yeah, I'd rather not. Rather.
Last deployment a few times.
Yeah. Well, let's see what others available, and as I say, if we can get that together, then get that done and copied to NID and Ops. That'll give them a couple of days' notice.
That reminds me, I need to get a door and a drop box. I want to turn that building that no one's using over there into a place to put the drop the sign-out sheets when we fill them out, and then clear it, so it's not just advertising to whoever comes by where the people from the PLU are.
We can always keep it here.
Well, I want the sign-out sheet by the ship so people can just quickly do it, and then just drop the page in somewhere that is near the ship too, so we can deal with it later when we come back, so it's not a big hold-up. I just need a door and a drop box and, on that building out there, it's fine. I don't need for anything anyway.
Is that crate still in the building across the square here? There's a big crate full of stuff. Let me show you. Get one from that. We'll be back in a minute.
Right.
Do you want me to show? Yeah. So show you where it is. Just to
get a door and box.
Yeah, if you come with me, because there may be one here.
Yeah.
Have a look in there. Twee. The key. How's that? Hat rack.
No box that I'm looking for, but there are doors.
Well, there's a start. You haven't got a box upstairs in the smithy or anything?
Doubt it. Not that one anyway. Like the one that is at the top of the stairs. That kind.
Oh, okay. No. Let's Trader got one, but...
I could just use a regular box and say screw it, because whatever. But, yeah.
Door will be shut anyway, but... Go in.
Yeah, whatever this thing's called. I think it's a Dropbox.
Do you just want the normal amount of copies, or?
Yeah. So NID.
For ours and NID.
So one here. So you have the original here. Take a copy for here as well, just for now, and then a copy for NID. Go in their box upstairs. Do we say we're going to do it for operations? I can't remember if it was that. We're going to give operations a copy as well. Don't see why not. Well,
don't know. That's up to you.
Just stick it to NID for now. Because the mailbox isn't going to be there for operations either, so we'll have to drop it there and then start running around everywhere for operations after that. So we'll see how it works with just going to an ID. If operations want a copy, then it may be the case we just go straight to the HQ, drop it off there. Unless there's
one book that was directed. I did the first one. Should that be NID? Should that be... I'm trying to figure out the secondary color on the book.
So is that the story one? I don't know how it's actually coming from. That's like civilian, isn't it?
Well, the
Strike
one
me as
signed...
her story of herself or something.
Yeah, the long one, I saved that one for the next one. I wrote up the other one. The one signed by the that certain individual.
Yeah, I guess that's just a pirate report, isn't it?
The gloating one.
Yeah.
So secondary black.
Yeah. She needs to make a decision officially. just call yourself a pirate, make it easier for us to do our paperwork, god damn it.
It's fine, we can label them as pirates.
Any food here? A little bit of food. Is this our emergency rations here, is it? Busy.
Not entirely sure.
Oh, lantern.
There's some downstairs that for rations. In there is just food that I brought over because we need to not die.
There.
Okay, I'm gonna read the second one, the long one, fully, so I know entirely how to label it.
Have fun, I got bored after the first page. Decided to skim read it after that. Till I saw the individual's name mentioned. Decided to read it again from there.
That is what he just wrote about pretty much rewriting it.
Sorry, 1 second.
Yeah, I made it just easier for us to file and read and figure out what it is, you know.
No, I'm very impressed. I don't think I could do that very quickly, even after a few weeks of trying.
Yep.
Oh, John, sorry, this book, is this to go to, is this a copy for NID, is it?
I just show you guys where it goes, right? Or the quick NID.
Yeah, John, is this copy for...
Grab it then.
Perfect. Yeah, if you don't mind. I've not seen it.
Finicky doors.
Alright, after you.
Make a little, you guys want a little jog?
Yeah, let's go. No trespassing beyond this point. Okay. Himself puffing up my ass.
You know, at first I went to run up that way. Then I realized it was over here.
Yeah, I was just thinking I would put it behind the trees here because you would never look.
How do they know though? Chat. Shut your eyes. I swear to God. It looks like it's going to rain.
nice view.
Very nice view.
It's very nice up here, actually. So that's that done. That's good. Good job. So there's a couple left in the to be filed folder, but they don't seem to be too urgent.
Long way down.
It is.
Yep, since I have height, I'm gonna go get the Dropbox.
Oh, going to say, yeah, good thinking. Okay, head back down.
This one might take me a little while, right?
You don't have to do. You don't have. I really don't want you spending time doing things unnecessarily. That book, although it's got some information in, I really would be tempted just to stick the code on the back page.
Yeah, but I really don't mind.
But if you don't mind doing it,
system cleaner though.
No, I completely agree with that. Would be far cleaner. Jeez, that was loud. Battery. Thank you for the gifted sub. Very much appreciate that.
It's hired me to be a clerk, right?
God, I've done it again. You got a fish in there as well. Oh, sorry about that.
No problem. It's kind of my job as a clerk, right?
Yes, but also it's my job as the commander of the unit to ensure that as a clerk you don't end up wanting to run off and join the pirates because you've gone completely mad from all the paperwork. So.
No, I don't mind.
I remember you
myself
by Twitch name.
So
I can't think of your character name though. I'm really sorry. I'm just terrible with names. I am terrible with names. That's why you'll see me putting the names up.
No, I've done my time as black sales, and I don't intend in going that route again.
No, because it's bloody boring. That's all. It's all talk and no action.
I wouldn't say boring. I've had plenty of action, but
yeah. Well, you certainly get action, but you kind of get limited, don't you, in regards to how things end up. Especially if you're good at being a pirate, then certainly your actions catch up with you eventually. Or at least hopefully they should do. But it's kind of a best.
With a mix of being black or red sail, depending on my past. I have a pretty good record as a captain. So.
Ah, okay. Good to know. Good to know. No.
I would say I've taken down 10 ships to only losing 3. So.
Ah. So you should be going the CO's route then.
I am.
Sorry, who did you say your? Sorry, who did you say your captain's house with?
Huntington.
Huntington.
Captain Sapphire Legion.
Okay. Yeah, so we got 2 in there.
Okay. I gotta finish reading. Oh, let me put this copy back. Oh wait, this one has to go to NID.
Left an ID. Shame you can't see in the folders. I feel like I've forgotten something. Oh, my head. It's 1 in the morning. Been up since 7. Didn't finish work until 20 past 10 this evening. I had a few hours, but I was busy with RL stuff in between that, so I've not really stopped. My head is like, Amora, God's sake, right? Give me a
I'm
season.
Confused. This seems like a story. It doesn't seem like there's any
No, there's name.
information.
No, well there is. There's a name of the person, also her details and her name, but I would say it's not of any use, significant use. The only thing is, it potentially they may have information of a sing of in another document that we haven't seen. It may join some dots. So that's what I'm saying. I think with that one, I would really just be tempted just try and make the document on up here where you put the number. Just try and put a title in there that makes it kind of obviously it refers to that book. So you can put like put sing and then inverted commas story or something as kind of the description of it. I think we'll all know which one it means. And then
What about sing and then blank interaction? You know, blank being the people they interacted with.
yeah, whatever you feel is acceptable for what that book is. Yeah, and it follows on from that one we've just done as well. So, but yeah, I don't think you need to spend your time rewriting that. I think just stick the number in the back page just so it's got a record and. Copy it and have done with it. So it's got information in there. It may join the dots eventually with the name Sing. But other than that, it's really just a storybook more than anything else. Did you manage to find one?
Building down there has a door and a drop box now, so you can drop off some logs and get them later when we're not busy.
Lieutenant Hightower.
Yes.
Who's that?
Are you busy at the moment?
He's always busy.
What do you need?
No, we have someone wanting to speak with a member.
Did you say with the PLU or with you? With me specifically,
PLU.
or just the PLU? Okay. I was like, I didn't know that was getting popular already. Alright, sure. Where are they?
They're still by the main gate. I'll lead them to the PLU.
Alright. We'll be right here then.
Oh, okay.
So we're gonna have some people back here in a moment.
He's here, Lieutenant. And Commodore.
I'll just be downstairs. Just shout out the window if you need me. Hate the doors. Crying out loud.
Yeah. Hello, I'm Commander Blade of Crimson Black.
Did you say Blade? Sorry, I didn't quite catch it.
Commander Slade.
Commander Slade. Understood. I'm Lieutenant Hightower of His Majesty's Royal Navy of the PLU, the Privateer Liaison Unit. How can we assist you?
I talked to, I think he was the head trade master 2 nights ago. I do have an application, but my situation would be probably more than unique to other privateers, as I'm looking to be more of the information gathering than combatant.
Yeah, that's no issue.
That would be acceptable or not. So I won't be having a flagship or a flying the red. I'll be claiming myself as retired.
We will have payment opportunities and whatnot for information gathering as well. That is a perfectly legitimate way of doing things.
Mm-hmm.
Did you already
And,
have
I
a
have my-
application pending with us?
I have one they're turning now. Yeah, take my hand and I'll give it to you.
Oh, I see.
Bien voyage. 5.0 sharpshooters, 6.0 Flem's finest, 6.1 6.1. You must have gone out late
I will also still uphold my duties to protect civilians as they need it.
with the time that I was
So
around.
that I can do my ability.
I definitely know the name. Oh, you need to remember, I'm dumb as an ox. But I've been in the Navy since the end of season 1.
Take a look at it, Commodore.
Yes, actually. Mind. Right, 1 moment. You was a problem child. I'll have to go back through my VODs and refresh my memory. Right. Sorry, 1 second.
Guessing you're more of a schooner variety. Depending.
Right now I'm actually sailing a galleon.
I guess I was massively incorrect.
I'm going to give you half of the information because you can still
I
hear
do
what's
a lot of
going
trade
on.
as well, so. I'm supplying.
Or I can switch it off. One of the two. Don't forget you can fish. Get your fish. Get your fish. Exclamation mark fish. Do-do, do-do.
Very good. That is appreciated. Thing you want to report to us. We're still figuring out the final bits, but yeah.
Oh, very good.
No rush on anything anyway, so.
Yeah, there's no issues with what you're wanting, so that's good.
Yeah. I know in the past,
take the, go on.
In the past, I was able to come across tons of information about pirates that just fell into our laps, and we turned in big books of reports on pirates, so. I figured I might be retired from combat, but I can still do the reporting part.
No, it's always comes in handy.
News will get this processed and, you know, get the right stamps and whatnot on it. And next time you come in, hopefully, depending on how quickly you return, we should have more for you from that. Is there anything else you'd like to tell them, Commodore, or anything like that for the information, whatnot?
Not really. Basically, you'll be kind of dealing with yourself for the most part. So you're free to do your own information gathering. I'll speak properly, put my teeth back in. Once we get settled, or if there's any specific intelligence that we need, then certainly the privateers that have opted to specialize in certain areas will be the first ones we deal with. Obviously, if you can't, then we'll obviously push it out to other privateers. The payments, depending on the information, the payments are on a sliding scale. Good news is they've actually been adjusted upwards. So we're actually paying quite good money for certainly good tactical information. So that's the kind of stuff we're looking for intelligence-wise. Reporting, keep it simple, to the point. If I say bullet points kind of reporting is ideal. We have dealt with privateers that have done very, very good reports, but it's a lot of words and very little information. Obviously, for us to act and make sure you get paid quickly, and also using that information, having information we can digest quickly is obviously very important. So, but it sounds like you've got the good experience there. So, yeah, I don't think it should be too much of an issue there. But other than that, yeah, we're here to support you. If there's no one here in the PLU, then you're more than welcome just to speak to anyone at trade. If you do have a report, they do know how to deal with that report. They won't be able to deal with payment, but certainly we will deal with the payment once we've reviewed that report anyway. So it'll just be a case of coming back to collect any payment. Whereas if there's someone here to look at that report, we'll probably we'll be able to give you payment for that pretty much straight away if you're available to hang around for a little bit whilst we do that. So I would think if you allow kind of half an hour for us to check it over, we should be able to come up with a payment to do that. So do you have any questions?
I also need to. I know, but I do have something that probably need to be cleared up later. So I do have a surveilling company going around telling them I am a retired pirate. So if you get that at you, that'll be why.
Okay. So we've got your.
I figured it wouldn't help with getting information, so in the future, so I just left it.
Well, you know, people make their own ideas up regardless of what you say anyway. So it's you know what it's like. But yeah, obviously, whatever you do, obviously make sure you maintain your safety. Obviously, can get this information, great. If not, just do it as you see fit. We've got your details. As the lieutenant says, we'll get the rest of the paperwork processed and also get the letter of marque. And yeah, take it from there.
How long does the process usually take?
Yeah, usually a day, maybe two, depending on if, you know, people get busy and sleep more than expected or something.
Yeah, we'll get.
I was expecting like 4 days. So.
There you go. Yeah. Next time you come back, then after a few days, it should have more information from there.
Yeah. We're not too busy at the moment, so yeah. We should be a couple of days at the most. So.
Alright. I gotta keep you posted on any information that I gather in the meantime.
Yeah, please do. So your application's in, so it's just some formalities to go through. Obviously, if you're putting a red sail on, you can't do that until you get the letter of marque.
I'm not going to be putting a red sail anyway.
If you even want it at all, seeing as you don't want to be combative.
No.
It's worth you taking it anyway and just keeping it in safe storage. You may change your mind further down the line. Never know what happens. And obviously, keep us up to date with any changes to your company. If you merge with anyone, if you want to retire as a privateer, that's fine as well. Make sure you inform us, and all that information will be given to you in kind of the signing book that we can issue at the time of handing over the token.
Alright, I think that's all the questions I had and concerns. So.
Okay, well, it's nice to meet you.
If you have any more, just come back.
Absolutely.
No.
Well, feel free to leave a letter as well if you want. We can leave a letter back for you to collect potentially.
You can do that with any of the trade clerks. Just let them know that this is for the PLU. Please file it, and they should be able to do that for you.
Alright, I mostly will probably find somebody that works at the PLU, as some of my information is usually high priority sometimes. So
It's fair. It's just in case you can't and you still need to get it to someone type thing.
Yeah.
no,
Yeah.
I definitely mostly hand most of the stuff to them. Otherwise, if no one else is around.
Yeah. This is generally a good time to catch someone from the PLU, to be honest. So if you're on the seas around this time, this is a good time to catch us. But 3 or 4 hours either side of this time is usually someone around as well. So, but if not, as you say, trade is there to take the reports and they can action that in our absence if it's urgent.
Alright, sounds good.
Perfect.
I'll let you guys get back to your business.
Have a safe journey back.
So
And,
see us out there.
I'll try to. I don't want you safe. I need to get some information for you.
you didn't see any black sails on your way across there, do you?
Nope. The only black sails I ran into was yesterday, and I already reported on that.
Very good.
Some group called the Forsaken.
Okay. Well, keep safe, and we'll look forward to seeing you back here, get you sorted out next day or so, and yeah, if you have any intel, you know where to bring it.
Alright, you guys take care.
Perfect. Thank you very much. I'm really bad, chat. Again. That flipping screen's going to be the death of me.
Alright. I'm gonna put this in the process and then get some food.
You know, don't know if Wade's actually rewriting that whole book.
He is, yeah.
God, he's a super quick typer. Or writer, not typer. God's sake. Oh.
Messing with the book too much, you might fall asleep.
That'll be the ink. Never mind.
I'm going to sit here and eat. So
Yep. No problem. I'll be heading off, so if I don't see you when you're back, I'll see you tomorrow. No, you won't. You're not around.
Might be. I don't know.
Enjoy your food. Is it going to be back? Yeah, you can. My DMs on Discord are open. Always happy to receive DMs if you've got stuff to talk about. It's all good. I wonder what he's doing. And then I'll be heading off for the evening because I am ready to sleep. I was going to do finish my shit, but yeah, I'm not going to do that just now. So I hang around while he's doing that, because if anyone else comes down for the PLU, I can go deal with it. This way standing waiting for someone and they've just decided, stuff it, I can't be bothered logging back in. It's like 3 hours later. Oh, there he is. Sure, he's painting his waistcoat red. All the changes they've done with the billeting system is, I can understand why they've done it, but it's getting used to it all again. Wed. Beep, boop, 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 boop. PLU requests other departments.
Well, that sucked.
Oh, yeah, saw you sleep there.
I wrote too much.
I can't believe you're actually rewriting the whole thing again. Very commendable.
The worst part is I was halfway done with it and then took a nap.
Yeah.
Forcefully.
I fell asleep 5 times last night trying to write a 2-page book. It's like,
oh my god.
Absolutely horrendous.
Do you partake in, finer smoking, as it were?
Yeah, I have a cigar.
Oh, would you like one?
Well, I have actually got one. But, I don't smoke them regular. I kind of save them for special occasions. But if you hold on to it.
Okay. Yeah, I have. I was given one earlier from doing trades and stuff like that.
Oh, do you not smoke? No.
Oh, I do. I
A celebratory cigar.
5 cigars and 5 cigarettes in my room that I got from another trade. So.
Oh my god!
They gave them to me.
Keep them for celebration purposes,
Okay.
Or consolation.
Gotcha.
Depends what comes quicker. Oops. So I can't see anything. Which one? That one. What's this one? Do. Pop that in there. It's a lot more simple than we had before. We had bookcases everywhere. Crap. Well, that's fine. Makes it obvious. Sometimes, if you're quick enough, you can jump and grab the... if you press the button at the right time. What is there anyway? It's gone through to that wall. Wonder if anyone noticed. Don't tell anyone. Oh, come on. Excuse me. It looks better with a red wall, but it's a shame it's gone through the other side. So Iron Crow. Scamper Bay. Red Dawn. Siren's Call. D3. Gaio Bay. Five till 00 ST.
Okay, alright. Move around a little bit. Got the first 2 pages done.
E3.
Burn a little calories.
Nausea.
Food.
South Bay. 8 till it's 2000 to 0200. C2. Ithaca. Southeast Bay. 1600 to 0200. D3 San Lorenzo. $2100 to 0000. What's this one? South Bay again. It's always on the South Bay. Well, I'll just be downstairs in the foyer if you need me.
Aye, I should be done soon. Is there anybody you want me to drop these off to, or?
Well, he's got an ID, but if you want to put them in the folder and wait until later on, you can. I don't think they're super urgent, are they, those ones? So
Put them in that 2 NID in that folder when I'm done. Well, the one is already in there.
yeah.
I just figured nobody was up at that drop off, so I don't know. You said you wanted these to move to somebody rather quickly, or?
So what was the one you dropped up? The one you dropped up at the one on the hill just now. That was the.
Well, nobody was up there, and I didn't drop it off.
Oh, you didn't. Oh, you didn't drop it off. Okay. I don't think
I could run up there.
I don't think it wasn't. Well, basically, I was told just to drop stuff up there, and someone will go and check it. Now you can either drop it there,
okay,
leave it, or you can just run to ops direct if you wanted. It's up to you.
Ops, as in high command.
High command. Sorry, NID. High command. But the idea was just to run it up to that building and leave it up there, and then NID will collect it.
Okay.
Because they're always wandering around and such. So, and if you see them whilst you're doing other bits and pieces, just say, "Look, have you been there?" They'll probably say yes, knowing them. So let's trial it. Just drop it up at the location that they've designated for us. We'll see how it works, and then.
All right, I'll
take it from there.
Finish the one I'm writing now, and then take them both up there.
Yeah, perfect. So I'll just be downstairs, just updating notice boards. I'll close that, please. No, thank you. Got a sign up sheet. There's going to be a sign up sheet. Go this way. Crow. D3. Okay, Bay. $1,700 to 0000. Scamper Bay. Zia. South Bay. 2000. 0200. Dawn, C2, Ithaca, Southeast Bay, 1600 to 0200. 4, 3, San Lorenzo, 2100, 2, 000. Short shift on that one, 3 hours. Didn't actually have a bay location on that one, San Lorenzo. Right, that's fine. Make sure you're on Discord. Feel free to have a look. Yeah, I'll have a look. I'll be finishing the stream soon because I am about wasted. Far too many late nights since the season started. It was 3 a.m. this morning, last night, yesterday, whichever one you want to call it. I think it was like 2 a.m. before that. 2 a.m. before that, kind of averaging about 1:30, 3 a.m. Glass is weird in this game. It's a shame that they just completely wrecked this game because there's no other game like it. It could have been so good. It could have been so good. But I think people, well, I'm saying it could be so good because of the work that Darkside have put into it. I think this is so far removed from the base game. Like all the decorations and stuff like that. I have no idea. The water fountains are Darkside, aren't they? And the fences. I know they've done the textures. Yeah, so just wait until he's finished. Just in case ever anyone else comes up. Forget what that one is. What is that? What's that sign up sheet? Pick up. If it's empty, we don't need it. Remove previous before using. You can't. I don't think you can edit or posts. Hang on a minute. So you can reuse it, but you have to delete the whole lot. So I haven't spelled my own name right. Date, month, year. Oh no, he's fell asleep. Hope he ain't lost all that stuff. Hope he hasn't lost all that stuff. Because shift and tab doesn't work for me. Shift and tab is meant to bring up Steam overlay, but it doesn't do anything. It's really annoying because then I'm now forced to alt tab to do any writing in a notepad. Because you have to go backwards and forwards because you're going to put X amount on a page, which is usually a small amount on a page. The risk of a crashing increases greatly. Should we paint the carpets while we're here? Do 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 do.
Ay. Ah.
Oh, stop doing that. Behave yourself. Oh. That's a bit funky. That'll do. Red with the PLU and the gold of the trade. Falls asleep again. He's awake. Why do I think a big fat elephant when I hear this music? Random. Paint his face. Wonder how much he's got left to do. Do. Spying. Seems quite quiet. Always in the grid. 46. Got patrols out, that's why. How many patrols we got out? 1. You got 1. HMS Collector. We got 2 out. Done D4. Boop, 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 boop. Oh.
Hello, Commodore. Is Master Logerson?
Is he in? He's in, but he's asleep as usual. He is.
Okay.
He should be waking up, but not sure when. Anything I can help you with?
There was someone who wanted to speak to him.
To him. Yeah. He said he is coming back, but I'm not sure when. So, would say wait, but it could be long wait, or come back if they can come back in an hour or so. Unless they want to leave a note.
I'll ask him if they want.
If they want to leave a letter, we can leave a letter for him in his mail for him.
So I'll ask him.
Okay.
Thank you, Commodore.
No problem. Speak to you soon.
Smooches.
Bye-bye. Logan, wake up, you needed. You're failing RP at the minute. I'm not going to jinx it, but if he falls asleep again, I'll probably just have to leave him. I guess he'll be fine. Just with that little experience I had yesterday with writing a book. Having to write the book when you're constantly crashing, but then having to RP and have people asking if there's anyone from the PLU around. You can't deal with it. Not ideal. Oh, well, some vitamin C. Oh. Button? 6. Yum yum. Muffins and kebab. No particular order, and now I feel sick.
Done.
Hurrah!
I figured out a better way to do it.
Congratulations.
After a couple naps,
Yeah,
I'm
well,
doing it one page at a time.
for God's sake. No, well, as I say, you didn't have to, but appreciate you doing it. So it does make life a little bit easier. But yeah, that was hard work.
Yeah. Would this be considered NID then? Coloring? Because it's not really
well,
pirates. Well, but it is.
Yeah, it's kind of.
story. So it's,
Yeah, it's kind of related to. I'll put it as pirate black. NID if it comes from NID, then it'd be coloured NID colour. The colours is where it's come from, so it's like a quick. So you can actually see from the colour, oh, that's come from such and such, depending on the colour. So we used to do it like the inlays with different colours and stuff as well, but just do the actual cover colours. So if you've done that, that's perfect. I was just waiting just in case anyone came. They did, but it's been pretty quiet.
okay.
So I'll be heading off. Logan said he should be waking back up. I'm not sure when. He may not. He's done a long shift today. But you know what you're doing anyway. Everything's up to date now, which is good. Report wise, if NID come down, then yep, just do the best you can. The other thing I will tell you is here on the general information, I have put our privateers, so you can see what I've done. Name, location, island, and hours of operations, roughly. So if anyone comes down, then just refer them to that. They can make their own note. And yeah, we don't want really copies taken and disputed around. So just make sure.
Right.
Just say, look, these are the privateers we have. Just make a mental note. Just in case paperwork gets lost and stuff. Especially because it's got the operating hours and such on there.
Well, how about this? You want me? What if I took a copy of that to each captain and let them read it, but make sure I get my copy back, and then I'll throw away the copy.
Yeah,
that way they have an idea. They can make mental notes of it.
You can. It's not running around again. Or you can go around.
I don't mind.
Or you can go around and tell them to come down here. And as I say, I'd like them to feel they can come down here and ask for information, so we can give that.
That's actually a very valid point. Okay.
So, say previous times we've done this, and we've done this twice before. The captain's never ever appeared. It's only very rare. They did, and generally I think it was Sawyer. Certainly made an effort.
Do you want lieutenants? Do you want lieutenants as well, or?
Yeah, they should. To be honest, there's no reason not to. As I say, it should be a case that they come here and check on what is that piece of paper, that we can obviously update that. So if the privateer comes in and say like Red Dawn, change the operating times, we'll just update it there. That'll be kind of the latest information that we have, and we just update it in this one place. Otherwise, the privateer book that we used to do, and you running around, you may have the time to do it, which is great, but you shouldn't be running around to do it. The information's here for them to gather when they want it. So either the captain of the house, the LTs, the ensigns, they can come down here and look at that and say, right, we're on patrol in D7, D4, D3. Is there who's down there? Have a look. There's no one there, but the next closest one is blah blah, so that they can take that information. So yeah.
Permission to borrow your horse every now and then to.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
Reach out to.
Yep. Just make sure he comes back. And if the worst does happen, please let me know. I don't want to find out that something's happened and then have to try and work out what and how. I won't be too generous with my actions if I have to do that. So accidents happen, but own up to errors is the way I work. I'd rather know that you've made a mistake, deal with it, rather than you make a mistake and try and hide it or fix it and make it worse. So
no.
I think just
I wouldn't hide it. No, sir.
That's the way I operate. So other than that, do you have any other questions for Ajazir?
No, sir. I'm good.
Okay. But yeah, make sure you take a break. I know you do long shifts, but that's fine. But yeah, when it's quiet like this, just pull up a seat and take 10-15 minutes, whatever, and then come back.
It's not so much the long shifts. It's more I'm here for a while, then I take a break. Then I'm here for a while, then I take a break.
Well, that's fine as long as you do take a break. That's the main thing. So I'm not going to babysit you. Just the way it is. You've been told. So if you don't, you can't say I didn't tell you. So, but yeah.
That's right.
Okay. So you just drop those off at NID up at the place we went to previously. That's fine. If you do see a NID, just give them a nudge. Say there is a book up there or books up there, just in case they haven't been up, so they can go up there and get it. And yeah, just see how it goes for the next couple of days. But no, good job. Well done.
Appreciate it.
It's yeah, big help.
All right, I'm gonna run up there then.
Yep, absolutely. You have a good day. Yep, don't worry about saluting. Appreciate it though. It's a non-saluting zone here unless it's Admiralty. Otherwise, you'll be saluting constantly with all the secretaries coming in and out, and myself and
Yeah, true.
yeah. Arm will end up falling off. Right.
It's okay.
Good job. Speak to you soon. I can hear the crab. Oh, I hate that noise. I do not like that noise. It is not very nice. Okay, got no food on me. It's fine. Right, there we are. That's me done. 2 AM. It's an hour earlier than yesterday. But needs must as you go. Right, I'll be back tomorrow. Sorry, D King. I saw you type up there. It's like my brain. How are you doing? Apologies. Hope all is good. Yeah, I'll be back tomorrow. I've got work meetings again tomorrow. It's like, oh geez, it's just horrendous. I'm dealing with a company in Houston. The time difference is like 6 hours behind, but my boss is in Australia. And he's like 9 hours in front. So it's trying to line up meetings. It's my evening. It's, yeah, so it's like, ugh. I'll be glad when this project finishes, but there you are. Never mind. You have to pay the bills sometimes. Or all the time. Wingod, he just got here. Yeah. Hope well, Wingod's had a long day at work as well. That's why he's not been on today. So hope you had a decent day at work, Wingod. Have a peaceful evening. Everything's in control in the documents and stuff, which is good. Nothing extreme has changed, but yeah, hope I'll be back on tomorrow. Make sure that information's been relayed, which it should have done. Battery, thanks again for the gift sub. You haven't got a sub yourself. You haven't got a sub yourself. Look. Not work. You can't gift a sub, not have a sub. Have some access to some robot emotes as a thank you. D King, try not to be sick anymore, so maybe you can actually get Newton to the. Ugh. Well, hope you are on the mend, D King. Sick is not good. I know you said you was thinking about coming back. It'd be good to have you back. It's been a good season so far. So if you're kind of in two minds, I think I told you before, you know, give it a go. If it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out. But things have changed. So yeah, the issues you had before shouldn't be too much of a problem going through there. But yeah. And when God says, wasn't it worse, no one tries to kill you. Well, take that as a bonus. Take that as a positive. It's all good. But yeah, I'll be back tomorrow, hopefully earlier than today. It was like nearly 11 p.m. my time before I came on. I'm hoping it'll be about 10 o'clock. I think 5 p.m. EST, but we'll see. I've still got meetings this week in the evening, so they may drag on. I don't know. But good night. What's he saying? You do driving exams, people pull into oncoming traffic. Is that in cars, is it? Or it's not HGVs or anything like that, is it? It's in cars. Not that it makes it any better driving into traffic in cars. I think I'd rather drive into traffic in a HGV, quite honestly. But you survived. Time to chill out, relax. And tomorrow is around the corner. So, yeah. I'm going to go. Good night. Hopefully see you tomorrow. If not, later on during the week. And, yeah, we'll take it from there. So, toodaloo. Bye-bye.